Hi, we're in Module 1.5, and our word of the day is collect like terms. So the first thing we have to decide is we have to understand what the word like terms mean. Alike means to be the same. In algebra, terms are alike if they have identical variables. So to be like terms, you're looking at the variable, not at the coefficients, not at the numbers. So for example, in your notes it says 6x, negative 2x. Those are like terms because they both have the letter x. Now remember, in algebra, that x is representing a vocabulary word. So that could be 6 X-ray machines and negative 2 X-ray machines. Those are both talking about the identical item or thought. That is why they are like terms. 9y and 9y are like terms. It has nothing to do with the number 9. It has to do with the variable. 9y is 9 yo-yos. 9y is 9 yo-yos. I have the like thought. We're talking about yo-yos. My last example, 5ab squared, negative 2500ths ab squared. It doesn't matter that the coefficient is a whole number 5. It doesn't matter that the coefficient is a negative decimal, a rational number, negative 2500ths. What makes those terms alike, those monomials alike, are the variables. They are both identical, ab squared, ab squared. Now, what do you do with terms that are alike? You do exactly in math what you do in real life. What do you do with items that are alike? You collect them. You bring them together. So think about it at home. You guys must have a collection of something, whether it be DVDs or baseball cards or a teacup set. Whatever you collect, think about it. The items in that set are alike. If you're a stamp collector, all your stamps are alike. If you're a coin collector, you're collecting coins. Well, when you have a collection, what do? You bring new items into the collection, which means you add to the collection, or you take items out to sell, which means you subtract. So when we say the word collect like terms in math, think about it. It means to bring together terms that are alike by either addition or subtraction. Now to decide whether to do addition or subtraction, you have to go back to some basic rules. How do you know when to add or subtract? Well, it goes back to understanding the concept. Adding means you put together things that are alike. So in math, if I have a positive number and I want to add it to a positive number, I can do that because they're both positive. Think about going to the casino. If you win $2 and then you win $3, you win altogether $5. Both of those amounts are positive. They're winnings. So we can add them and put them together. The same is true with negative numbers. You can add a negative number to a negative number and get a sum which is still negative. Think about again going to the boat. If you lose $2 in the slot machine and then you lose $3 in the slot machine, well, ladies and gentlemen, you have now lost $5. That answer is still negative. So the rule of adding is the signs of the terms have to be alike. A positive plus a positive is always a positive. A negative plus a negative is always a negative. Now the problem is, what happens if the signs are not the same? They're not alike. One number, one term is positive and the other term is negative. Well, again, it goes back to basic arithmetic. If I write 3 minus 2, or if I write 3 plus negative 2, that 3 is positive, that 2 is negative. Even though there's a plus sign in between them when I write 3 plus negative 2, that plus sign just means bring together. That's all addition means to do, bring together the terms. If the first term is positive 3 and the second term is negative 2, you can't add that. Think about it in real life. I win $3, but then I lose 2. How much money do you have? $1. Because the rule is when signs are different, you don't really add the numbers, you subtract and give your answer the sign of the larger. So if I have $3 and I take away 2, I'm down to having 1. I have still 1, that's why it's positive. Now if I reverse that order, if I write 2 plus negative 3, or if I write negative 3 plus 2, again, listen, The 3 is negative, -3, plus 2. All the plus means is to bring together. That 2 is positive. If I have -3, that means I've lost 3. And then I'm going to bring together with that a positive 2. Well, a positive 2 means I won 2. So think about it. If you lose $3, but then you win back 2. So I've lost 3, but I win back 2. I'm still down how much money? $1. So that one wouldn't be positive. That one would be negative. So before we start doing algebra, we have to understand everything we do in algebra is related to arithmetic. Adding means terms have to be alike. Okay? With numbers, adding means they have to be the same sign. A positive plus a positive is a positive. A negative plus a negative is a negative. If I say to add and the signs are different, then you don't add, you really subtract and give the answer the sign of the larger. Now to take that a step further, when we do algebra, not only do we got to look at the signs, we also got to look at the variables. If the letters are the same, we could put together. If the variables are different, we cannot. So in our next video, we're going to find out how to collect like terms in algebra. See you then.